Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have finally, really not finally, because we already got another CRYSTRON deck, so this is the second CRYSTRON deck, and I think this is way better than the first one. It features a skill that a lot of you hate, but other lot of you actually like and love. I'm talking about the FLEUR. So I put that in the thumbnail, maybe even in the title, but I wanted to point that out because otherwise people tell me that I scammed them with these FLEUR stuff. But so this is a FLEUR, Decklist. So if you don't like it, just so you know, you can skip it. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with, of course, Sherry and Revolution de FLEUR to go into what I think is one of the best deck lists you can go for. So I played this thing on stream. The only thing I changed was the extra deck, actually, and I had great results in the stream playing this, and I can confirm this. This is a very strong deck. It has an answer to all of the tiered decks that we have currently. So potentially, this can win with everything. And I know what's the first answer you wanna know. I mean, what do you do with this deck against hero going second? Now I'm gonna show you this because there's a replay. I made sure to have a replay going first against heroes, but the answer is pretty simple. You just make sure to set up the CRYSTRON stuff, and usually it's just this boy, the C3 with the level 4 in the grave, so that you can use its effect during your opponent's turn as soon as their main phase begins. You just use the effect of C3, revive a level 4, usually the gear frame, and boom, you summon INZEKTRON. And so you summon INZEKTRON this turn. This card can be destroyed by card effect or by battle. Also, you're taking a damage. So if they do not have a droplet or a chalice ready to negate this, and keep in mind, Valor does not work because you summon this during their turn, and Valor works only during your opponent's turn, so they can't do it. Well, you do this and you're good to go. You have another turn. So once you know you have the line to go into INZEKTRON, I actually recommend you not wasting all of your stuff, because you don't need it. Like, we know heroes have easy ways to clear your whole field. I mean, I'm talking about not only the Armored Dragon Thunder, but of course, actually the classic Armored Dragon level 10, but also the Rainbow Neos. So you do not want to waste all of your resources, but just, stay safe, stay chill, get your INZEKTRON out, and you're ready to fight next turn. That's how you do it. Now, coming back to the deck, this has a very lot of options. Now, apart from the triple Sorge de FLEUR, triple Sorcerer de FLEUR, double Necrosynchron, and the bulb, that is the classic the FLEUR stuff. Again, let's just repeat it. If you don't have this guy, you can just replace it with Cosmo Brain, this guy right here. So you can play this, and it's the same. So, I mean, of course, you lose a little bit of firepower, but honestly, on a 30-card deck, it's not that easy to draw this. So I'm not sure it's gonna have that much of an impact. Especially because when you go second, you have another way to pop that, the level 1 monster you have, you get gifted, actually, and it's the Sylphaneer. So, and I love it. So this deck, we can actually divide this deck into 3 steps. We have the FLEUR step that I just showed you with all of the FLEUR stuff. Then we have the MACHINA stuff, that is triple Fortress, double Citadel, triple Redeployment, and triple gear frame. Especially gear frame, it's your preferred main combo normal summon when you go first, but even when you go second potentially. So you want to see this, and we play actually we play 6 because we have 3 of this and the redeployment that can search also this guy. Keep in mind, this guy on summon can search any of these 2, so super nice. And then we have the CRYSTRON part: triple Sylphoneer, double Thistvern, 1 Smeagol, double C3, 1 Rosenix, and 1 Impact. Now, the most important stuff that you're gonna use in the extra deck, apart from the Dingirsu and Trishula that are just literally FLEUR stuff, we have the starter's Charge Warrior with the classic combo with Necrosynchron and Gearframe to go into it, draw a card and trigger the effect of Necrosynchron to pull out the bulb from the deck. And then the other 2 guys are what you can always go turn 1, and it's Wolfray plus Berserker. You can have 2 with the Wolfray actually at 3400 or 3700, depending on how many CRYSTRON cards you have in hand. So this guy, keep in mind, it's no targeting, clear the field, shuffle all into the deck. While this guy is an interruption, not a negation, because this does not negate but just banishes, and you can activate that in response to an opponent monster's effect. And yep, I love it. As you will see in the replays, of course, the combos. The INZEKTRON, of course, is here just because it can be summoned with the C3 during your opponent's turn. Then for the other parts, we got the Cyber's Quantum Dragon, because we do have an easy access to level 7 as well, synchro summons. So that's why I'm playing the Cyber's Quantum Dragon, because it's a non-targeting, non-destruction removal. Super, and also it helps with when you have to close the duel and your opponent has lots of monsters on the field. So this can help a lot. And we have the CRYSTRON Quantum Androx. To be honest, I never really needed it, to be honest. I never really needed it, but potentially you can do it with the Necrosynchron, the C3, and the Sylphoneer, but just also Sylphoneer and 2 C3 can be done. And then last but not least is the normal Trishula. Now, even though potentially you could summon that guy, like with the normal synchro summon, of course, I mean. And you could do it with, for example, a bulb, the Sylphoneer and the Thistvern, for example, or you could just go 4, 2, and 3 as well. But I honestly love to play this as a floating option for the Trishula 0. As, you know, when you go second, you could decide to go into this and thus giving up the Necrofleur's effect, the Necrosynchron's effect to summon the bulb. And in that case, you want to make sure that your Trishula 0 has actually a floating option, so that when they pop it, you actually summon this guy, you negate all of your opponent's board. That's super nice actually to have. That's why I think this is needed in this case. And yep, guys, that's it. The deck. All of these parts of this deck really synergizes themselves with each other, because the pop with Sylphoneer can be done with the Necrofleur monsters that has been given, that is given to you from the skill. But you can also use Sylphoneer's effect to pop either a gear frame or a fortress to bring back the citadel. Same thing works with Social de Flare, of course. You can decide to pop this to revive this from the graveyard, or you can also decide to use Social de Flare's effect to pop a Sylphoneer to trigger its effect and summon maybe another CRYSTRON monster from the grave. Also, you can summon the fortress from the grave or from the hand, discarding any of the CRYSTRON monster, because they are all machines, and that's what Machina Fortress needs to be special summoned. Again, that's really a lot of synergy here. I indeed love it. And if you have the cards, trust me, try it, especially if you don't like to play meta stuff. This is gonna be really nice and feel very cool actually to play. Of course, stay tuned for the replays, because they're coming soon, and let's jump right into them. Here we go, my boys. First replay ranking up in the KC Cup, and we have actually heroes. We're going first, so that's what's of course I think the duel you were looking for the most. We got the redeployment, because look at this, redeployment makes you the Scar, and this perfectly synergizes also with the CRYSTRON stuff. So we discarded it this turn so that actually we get to search the Sulfenir, right? So perfect start. We got of course a couple of Machina different monsters, then Machina Gear Frame to start with. You get a second Machina Fortress, then the skill to play the Necrosynchron, and then Stardust Charge Warrior hits the field, draw a card, Necrosynchron's effect to summon the bulb, but then you we special summon the Fortress just because we wanted to use the effect of Sulfenir from the grave. Keep in mind, you can special summon Sulfenir from either grave or hand. That's why usually you want to use it to summon the Fortress, so that you do not lose value and actually get an hypothetical +1 out of this, okay? And Sulfenir's effect, this card is meager, pop itself, and you just get the C3. Then I know I told you that you have to not waste resources, and that's true, but I had to go into Berserker because I wanted to free the slot for the C3's effect in order to use its effect during your opponent's turn, summon the Gear Frame, and go into INZEKTRON to freeze the turn. Now keep in mind, the classic combo here would have just seen the bulb coming back and the Stardust Charge Warrior to be sent to the grave with the skill to have a level 8, and then 8 + 1 is 9, and you got Wolf Ray plus Berserker, and there's also as well, so that's it. But I'm not gonna go through that, just because again I don't want to waste my stuff, because I know they can just get rid of everything so easily. So it's got a Book of Mood to begin with to flip down the Berserker, but we don't really care about that, because we can just use C3, get the Gear Frame as I told you guys, summon the INZEKTRON, and I'm safe now. Nothing can happen. This is, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a cancer combo to me. I'm not gonna be lying here. I always told you that freezing the turn, in my opinion, is very bad. It's not a healthy thing, in my opinion. And yeah, this is the same as, I mean, usually the same, almost the same as Nightingale that freezes the turn, or as the Shiranu Trap card that freezes the turn, as well as the Allow Life Barrier or the Rainbow Life that some hero decks are actually using right now. That is cancer. So there you go, they got their stuff. So the Neos with of course the double addition, the super poly, and the classic polymerization. Then it's got the Stratus to pop the back row, where we can just chain down response. It's not needed, but I just did it because I wanted to have the Thistevern back in the grave, so next turn I can banish it again and get another search. That's why I used it and activated that in response. Really, that was just the reason. Super Poly done to get rid of the INZEKTRON, but now the freeze of the turn is already been done, so nothing can happen. He's just attacking at this point, and he left the Thistevern. At this point, Fortress, discarding the Citadel, then Revolution to FLEUR to have more firepower, and at this point, look at this, we're just attacking with the Fortress. We're getting another card, but we don't really need it. We're attacking with the Fortress, pop both, effect of Fortress, pop the other monster, and Citadel gets triggered and gets summoned on the field. So that is popped, so we can just go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. This was a rank up. Second duel, another rank up, again against heroes. This time I'm going second, but going second with the FLEUR is a little bit easier, you know that, right? Also, we just got the Soch de FLEUR, so we're really chilling. Neos Fusion to begin with, a couple of draws, then the skill to get the Neos on the field, and of course the Super Poly. So we know one of the back rows is going to be Super Poly, double set. We get the Necro FLEUR to begin with. We can just of course use Soch de FLEUR here to pop the back row, and then we actually got the Book of Eclipse was, right? Yep. So we know the other one is Super Poly. Of course, Sorcier de Fleur is coming. Unfortunately, he only has that monster and he can chain the effect of Gardener, so that's kind of sad. But still, Exceed Summon into Dingir, so I don't know why he waited for that. But still, maybe it actually was not that bad of an idea. But still, Super Poly into Escoridao, and then we're just getting rid, of course, of the Brave Neos, so that he loses the protection of Neos Fusion. Now we can just go with our usual stuff: Gear Frame to get the Fortress, then the Redeployment here to get the Citadel and the Fortress, the skill to get the level 2 on the field, and then, of course, the Stardust Charge Warrior in attack position, and the Necrosynchron's effect to summon the Bulb from the deck. That draw, unfortunately, but still, we got the Bulb, we got the Sorcerer, the Bulb back again, and then the Fortress on the field. At this point, Synchro Summoning into Wolfray, and I said this, but I was actually I misplayed here. Now look at this. I reminded that this effect was activated, so no matter what, the first attack is gonna be negated. And now it's up to you to choose which attack you want to be negated. That's why I'm attacking with the Stardust Charge Warrior first. So it gets negated first, then you attack with the Fortress, you pop itself, effect of Fortress to pop the monster, but Citadel comes back, and you have an open field to deal 55 damage, actually 61 damage, 6100 damage. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Interrupting a 7 win streak with birds humming, and we're going second, so these are actually birds. Let's speed things up. We know what these girls actually do. So I expected Nightingale plus something else, and in fact it was Nightingale plus the Recital Starling. So a draw. I think he had a couple of back rows, if I'm not wrong. Yep. So a couple of back rows. He loses some damage because of Where Art Thou to increase consistency. And now let's see what we got. We got the Necrofiller, so we can start just with the Soch. Of course, he used the effect in the draw phase, so nothing can happen. He freezes the turn. So we're popping the first back row that was a Typhoon. At this point, the Necrofiller triggered to get the Sorcier. We got the Tail, then the Dingirsu to get rid of, let's see what, it actually has the Droplet. So no Dingirsu's effect, but we just started, guys, our go second turn. At this point, we got the Machina Gear Frame to get the Fortress, then the Revolution, the Flare to get the boy and I decided to go into Stardust Charge because I wanted to have the draw, actually. So I drew the card and I got the Bulb out, of course. There you go. And then the 1+6 into Cyber's Quantum Dragon. Why? Because now I can use Bulb to come back. 1 + 2 + 7 is 11. Trishula is here and he banishes everything, but we can't do anything else, keep in mind, because he can't take damage this turn. So we're just having the Sylphaner's effect to summon the Thistvern to have the C3, and I stopped there, because eventually I can just freeze the turn as well with the C3s reviving the gear frame. So at this point he just drew, used Canary's effect to get that, C3's effect to get the gear frame, and summon INZEKTRON here to freeze the turn. Nothing can happen. He just realized that, and I think he scooped in the end, if I'm not wrong. He's got the Bird Call, and yep, he scooped. Once he realized that he couldn't win this turn because of INZEKTRON. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Fourth replace, if I'm not wrong, we have Starving Venom Invasion, and they're going first. So this got Predaplant, and the reveal, of course, the skill to get a couple of cards, a search, and the polymerization. He's got also the fusion recovery, so Ambulamalides getting the Saracenian in end, Predaplant to revive something from grave, fusion recovery to get that nice +1 in hand, and then he's got, of course, the Dracostapelia with the Predaplant also, a couple of sets, and he's done. It's us to go. We got the Necroflare, but no Soch the Flare. So redeployment to get the Citadel and the Fortress, then the gear here first, the Fortress, as you could see. So I didn't want to commit my normal summon. I just wanted to go into Trishula and see, actually, all of these stuff that he had to throw at me, right? So I started with that, then I tried to use the effect to increase the level of Machina Fortress, so to have basically Trishula without using the second part of the skill. But he used Predaplant to change the level of both, so nothing can happen there, right? At this point, I'm just using the skill to make it as a level 8, putting in attack position. Wolf Ray, first thing first, touches the field, and then Necrosynchron to summon the bulb, so Wolf Ray starts building up himself, and then Gear Frame normal summon to get the actually Citadel, then Synchro summon into Stardust Charge Warrior because I still wanted to draw my extra card. Dragostapelia said no thank you, so no extra draw for me, but at this point I'm just in a good spot because I can just use Bulb's effect to come back, and then the Machina Fortress that comes back by discarding the Citadel, Synchro summon into Berserker. I can just attack now, it's got the Predaplant to avoid that, but at this point I'm attacking with Wolf Ray, and then directly with the Stardust Charge Warrior, Saracenian Entrap, but Berserker can just negate that, actually not negate it, but banish that, and he's left with 400, and we have double interruption here ready, a clear the field plus an interruption. He's got the Scorpio to basically summon the Hydra. As soon as I saw Hydra on the field, toggle on, and Wolf Ray to shuffle everything back to deck. It just sets a card at this point, and we also got Source the FLEUR, popping the back row, any scoops. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, we're going first against Salamangreat. So let's see what we have. We have almost everything, right? So this is an usual, a classic turn full combo you wanna see. So Gear Frame to get an addition. Actually, what did I had? A Fortress. Then, as you can see, the Fortress special summon, I used this to discarding the Sulfenir. Then I went into Wolf Ray first to get the Necrosynchron out, of course. And so this is how you do it, basically, because so that you make sure that Wolf Ray, he's on the field when you activate all of the effects you have to go through. So you first do that, then we went into Drago Berserker of the Tiny, then the Bulb to bring himself back. And here I kind of misplayed because I didn't in the end use the CRYSTRON part, so that was kind of a misplay. But still keep in mind, here we have not the full effect here, so not already Wolf Ray, but we have Berserker, and also don't forget it, we have the Citadel engraved, so if he pops this, Citadel comes back on the field. So this was not the perfect turn one though. And he's got the spinning to begin with the skill, then Salamangreat of Fire to grab a Gazelle, the Wolf Ray starting building up, then Balanix hitting the field as the first Link summon, but he didn't use the effect, then Foul, special summon itself. At this point Wolf Ray is almost ready, he went into Sunlight Wolf, and then he's got the Salamangreat Sanctuary, then the Circle to grab a Bison on the field, the Bison to special summon itself. At this point I use Berserker of the Tiny, and keep in mind now my Wolf Ray is ready. He's Link summoning into Sunlight Wolf, again the Reincarnation, and then the Gazelle's effect to special summon itself. He's got the effect of Sunlight Wolf because Gazelle was summoned in a zone he pointed to, but I'm just chaining the Wolf Ray to clear the field, so at this point I don't think he can go further. He still has Falco though, and just a couple of back rows, one of them being the Salamangreat Circle, but now it's us to go. We got the Sorcerer out, we can go back into Wolf Ray because he just came back to our extra deck. At this point I'm attacking the Circle to get the Salamangreat Jaguar, and then the Burning Shell to grab a monster and basically Link summon into Balanix. I'm still attacking, he's got the Fire to basically negate the attack somehow, because he does this in the damage step, and because he pops his monster I lose the chance of attacking, so that was very smart. At this point I'm just attacking with Berserker. Of course the Wolf Ray is nowhere near to be ready, but keep in mind Salamangreat have to use a lot of effects to go with their combos. So look at this, and we still have the Berserker eventually, so keep in mind it. Sunlight Wolf here again, then the Jaguar to special summon itself. At this point Wolf Ray boosts up, and I'm banishing the Wolf, because if you banish the Link too they lose middle combo, so it's super tough. he has to give up that at this point in keyframe to get another citadel so that I can special summon the fortress. I'm just attacking. He's got a loud life barrier. So, well, this cutscene popped and I still got the citadel out. So at this point, I'm just waiting as he survived another turn. The circle, though, to get the gazelle, but the Falco also to get it on the field. Lost Link summon into Balinix. No searching, but he's got the Gazelle's effect here. I'm banishing the Gazelle because I'm tired of this Gazelle, so goodbye. Keep in mind, I also have the effect of Citadel now. Then Wolfray to shuffle everything, and finally, he scoops. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. I love this deck. Again, it can break, of course, sometimes. I mean, if you just start with the FLEUR stuff, that's just a break, even though you can still have the Wolfray on the field. But that, of course, is not going to be enough. A lot of times you can just get the Sylvanir with no other CRYSTRON card, and that just means he's a dead card. But luckily, with the effect of the skill, you can just shuffle anything you don't need. So that's still a good thing. I love the MACHINA stuff, not gonna lie, guys. I think I really love it, and I'm gonna bring you guys more MACHINA stuff because I got triple urgent scheduled. So actually be aware that they're gonna come back again. Guys, let me know what you think of this CRYSTRON MACHINA de FLEUR in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.